Hello, my name is Tim Rooney and I created the coolest new snack food on the planet called surf seeds. The reason for surf seeds is because I want to spend every day at the beach and call that work. But to do that you need a business that kind of encapsulates surfing and the beach in some way. So surf seeds are a healthy snack food that are really cool, and what will happen is they'll become hugely successful. I'll be able to get jet skis, brand them with surf seeds and pull surfers into the biggest waves off the west coast of Ireland. That is the end game. I designed a range of breads for a supermarket, and one of the breads I designed was a bread called Fibernet, and it was a 5-seed bread. I did research on the seeds and found out that they're the coolest little dudes on the planet. They're full of omega and antioxidants and they suck up all the nutrients from the earth, and I went, these are brilliant, why aren't people eating them? And people weren't eating them because they weren't cool. So I said, how do you make seeds cool? And I wanted them loose. A lot of companies are kind of shrinking them down and pushing them together with sugar or with fat. And I said, I want them loose and I want them easy to consume and I want them easy to use. And that's where the surf seed container, the resealable bit came in. That whole concept was one, that it had to be easy accessible, that they had to look and feel cool, which is surfing, which is probably one of the coolest, fastest growing sports on the planet, and everybody who does surfing looks cool and feels cool about themselves regardless of what age you are. And so I wanted to kind of carry that energy and enthusiasm for a sport over into a snack food that was going to go out and take over the world. The population in Ireland or in the whole globe said we want more from our foodstuffs. We want our snack food to taste great, but we wanted to do more. We'd like it to have nutrients, we'd like it to have health benefits. So there's a checklist of about 15 things that people wanted a new product to be, and I just went tick, 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 and you come up with surf seeds. The first product that I wanted to produce was something really, really wholesome, organic, had lots of perfection in it. So it was the wild Canadian organic blueberries and sunflower seeds. So I'm off down in independent Irish Whole Foods. I'm hanging out with those guys. They've got a big warehouse full of all the seeds, nuts, beans and pulses that one could ever want. And I'm walking around the store and I'm going, great. And while I'm here, I wonder, would you mind telling me, what is your biggest seller? Oh, Tim, that's that stuff over there. And I said, what's that? He said, Tim, that's chocolate covered anything. Chocolate covered nuts, chocolate covered raisins, chocolate covered. And I'm going, oh dear, I think I've made a mistake. I've created a product that only 5 or 6% want. So I need to get some chocolate in there, and that's where the chocolate mix came. We have a sunflower and pumpkin mix with chocolate, a sunflower base mix with chocolate, and a sunflower and the wild organic blueberry mix. And they're the three we have at the moment, and they're in the standard size pack that you see in store now. And then we're working on our mini-me, which is kind of in development. We kind of started messing around with the little Tic Tac boxes, and now we're going to create our own mold and start off with that, and that'll be for lunch boxes. And so therefore we're constantly working on the brand. Packaging is absolutely vital. The look and the feel of it. This is the BMW or the Abercrombie or the Mont Blanc of the snack seed world. And what it has is got an iconic shape. It's the same shape as a sunflower seed, and it's also the same shape as a surfboard. The in-store branding, it's like creating little shops in every single store. The biggest fight I had was to try and get, you know, that little counter space beside the till. If you can get your product right beside the till, you're made, you're home and dry. Now what you have to do is kick out all the chewing gum guys, because they're all there. I don't know how they got there, but they've kind of maintained a little space there. And then the little lollipop, little penny chew guys, move them out, and then slide surf seeds in, and then you're there at the till. And every time somebody comes, oh, then you saw them, I have a pack of those. When I was going through surf seeds for 3 or 4 years, the family, the extended family, the wife, everybody says, Dad, why don't you get a job? Like a real thing that goes out, you get money, you come back, it all works out. Where an entrepreneur, like, you'll be digging away and furrowing and doing it, and not a lot of people understand. And you go on a big wall and you're thinking, I'm never getting out of here. And then you move to the side, and then you do the little split, and then you furrow away. And then one day you pop up, you have a product, it's out there, it's been sold, happy days. Dragon's Den was a fantastic experience. Wasn't my idea. When we were getting surf seeds set up, I went around to loads of trade shows. People would pull out, they go and look and say, oh yeah, those surf seeds, do you know where they should be? They should be on Dragon's Den. And it's very daunting because nobody talks to you beforehand. They send you into this room, and I'm kind of a happy head. How you doing, everybody? And then these 4 stern faces, or 5. And I go, oh, and I was going to say a bad word there, but I won't. And then I started my little pitch. I had the product kind of nearly finished. So I had my jars and I had my point of sale and I'd done my research and I had studied and I had a passion. And that's what sold it. Just me on that 3 minutes. And that's all you had. And then Bobby and Sean had both put in 50,000 each for 10%. And at that stage, Sarah Newman, the only lady on the panel, said, I'll give you 100,000 as well, but I want slightly more of the company. No, I think I'll work with the lads. And that's what happened. So I ended up getting 2 investors. My dad is probably the one who introduced me to the benefits or the privilege of having a business. He always said, if you're the one guy in the town that has a business, then it's your duty and it's your civic responsibility to give out. So normally when I was in a restaurant situation, every week somebody would knock on the door and say, hi, I'm from the local club, can you give us a bottle of wine or a dinner? And I just keep handing it out because I was the business in the town. The same applies to Surf Seeds. On a global or a bigger span, it has to do something more. It has to do work for the community. So you can't just take profits and bury it. You have to interact with your community. And one of the things Surf Seeds are going to do is beach cleaning. So we're going to travel around the country, going to get a big gang of us together. We're going to go down, we're going to clean a beach, and then we're going to have a bit of a party afterwards. And that's one of the things we're going to hand back. One of the most exciting things about developing your product that it looks cool is we've had lots of interest and energy from people who are hanging out in the surf world. So we've had the top surfers, the top kite surfers, the top wakeboarders, all getting involved with Surf Seeds, and we're going to work with them. So at the moment we don't have loads of money to like do a big sign 1 million deal promotional with the top surfer in Ireland. But what we can do is we can sort of exploit them and show them off at how cool they are, and they can kind of promote us and say, look, you know what, Surf Seeds are a cool product, they taste good, they're healthy. Yeah. The advent of the www means you can access a whole planet from your sitting room, from your bedroom, from just hanging out. And so for me, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Bebo, all of these online sites are really where it's at to kind of get information and draw in all your friends. So we just started on Facebook last week, we had 1 fan. And then in 2 days later we had 95 fans, and now we want to get 1,000 fans, and hopefully if all you guys sign on to surfseeds.com Facebooky thingy, I need 1,000 fans. Thank you.